So we've got Redflag, who is the third seed in the division and second seed in their split, versus Back in Black, who is the ninth seed in the division and the fifth seed in the split. And it's Redflag playing a home map enclosed versus Back in Black playing on a home map painted desert, which I can honestly say I have never seen before. But game one is going to be on painted desert. Enclosed, so we know what's going on there. Redflag has banned Romans, and Portuguese has been banned by Back in Black. So here we go, a bit of enclosed action. Redflag, grey picker, love it. Gets automatic points from me for that. And Redflag on their home map as the Celts, which is interesting. You get that wood chopping bonus. There's obviously quite a lot of wood in enclosed. I can't say I've ever been short of wood on enclosed, so I don't know if the bonus is that great. And the Lithuanians for Back in Black. I love this map, so lameable. Well, the thing is, Maxi, right? The way the buffalo spawn is crazy, and then if you can lame this gold, that can really, really hurt them. Like really hurt them. So that's really interesting there. So Red Flag versus Back in Black, Celts versus Lithuanians. So interesting matchup. Enclosed is a really interesting map to me because there are lots of key timings in the game, but lots of different ways to play as well. So it's quite an interesting map. People have different strategies on it, but I do think you need to go feudal. I do think fast castling can be a little bit dangerous because of the gold access out here. But if both players fast castle, it kind of becomes a non-event. But we have seen in a Division H game. Now let me be a pro caster. We've seen in a Division H game already that someone went for a fast castle and just couldn't afford anything because they had to use the market to get up. Maxi, why are you up so late? Thanks for being here. Thanks for engaging in chat. It's been a pleasure. Good to see you. You have a good night. Laming the boar. Laming the boar on this map's quite ballsy, considering they spawn under a TC, but TCs can't hit shit, so it doesn't matter. So, Division H, we're looking at about a 1250, 1300 ELO. We were looking previously about at the 1450, 1500 ELO. So still actually really good, right? Division H is still very, very skillful, still in the top 50%. And that's it, Biscuits. I reckon this map is about aggression. I actually think the best opening on this map is Skirms. We've been playing it a fair bit in our little squad that we play with. We've got a little ranked pool that we play on ourselves, and our current map in rotation is enclosed. I think my preferred opening on the map is Men-at-Arms into Skirms, and then defend into the boom. Big thing for me, right, is if you can get these, the gold and berries close to each other, a little defensive tower, like a preemptive defensive tower, is huge. As you can see, these are a little bit further away, but protecting this gold at all costs is like, it's like the most important thing in this game. But we'll see. Celts, maybe not the strongest feudal civ, but they can defend quite nicely. And Lithuanians, I want to see a bit of full feudal, but I actually want to see Lith open archers as well, rather than scouts. Oh dear, that's a bit awkward. But the bill gets out of dodge. So this is both players berries. Yeah, that is good. So admin win rules for this map and matchup. All right. Oh, Skirm instead of Siege. If a Celts player makes an archery range and they don't just pretend they're a flank and pump archers endlessly, that's an admin loss. Definitely. They have to go full mangonel. I don't know. Researching Bidax, is that admin loss for Celts? All right, admin loss for Lithuanian player. Getting 5 relics and not going skirms. That's the Chad mood. Go into a full monk play and then just go for like full trash instead. But we see Feudal Age in for both players. Salmon, you're gonna have to come up with better than what I can come up with. Make any building before I'm on the street lit. So barracks in for both players. Feudal Age timing's going to be very similar. Both players are going 20 pop with a tiny little bit of idle time, but this has been a pretty clean build. So this is where I think the difference between what we were watching and what we are now watching is scouting. But Redflag, as one of the highest seeds in the group, oh no, don't dive the TC. Don't be that guy. Redflag scouting, but scouting's scary because you can dive the TC and take some damage. But if we get the hill and turn and hit, yeah, good work, Redflag. Trades the HP nicely and can get out. And look, enclosed is pretty predictable. We don't really need to know, but Back in Black not having any vision is going to hurt them here. I'm a big fan of getting that early scouting, and Redflag knows exactly what they're doing. Oh, this is new language for me. Barracks before Monastery, it's over. Yep, definitely. Glass Castle Monks is the only way to play this map. And it's going to be a stable opening, and I like this from Back in Black. And oi, here we go. Forward range as Celts. Oh, some people just play this game the way it was intended to be played. And I love it. And farm's dropping down. Eco's looking in a pretty good spot. Sending the spearman forward. Now, have we scouted the stable? No, we haven't. And Back in Black still just sitting at home a little bit. So it will be scouts. Now, I'm very worried we're not on gold yet. So is this going to be like a forward trash rush? It is. Oh my god. We're just going to go trash. We're going to go full trash. We're baiting the scout. We're baiting the scout into the spears. And obviously the Celt spears with little choo-choo trains. Oh my god. Is Redflag just going to play all in trash? It's actually what's happening. You see now my issue with scouts is that whilst they are... Oh, this one's trapped. That's a bit unfortunate. Whilst they're a good unit... Oh, this spear's going forward now. I was just going to say it. One spear on these berries and a spear on the gold when you transition. And this eco is all really safe if you can just drop a little like house wall there. And... Okay. Hang on. That was a magic trick. We had a little switcheroo then. What happened? That's hilarious. All right, let's watch this in live action. Little switcheroo. So Scout's on the inside, and then, oh no, I'm going to kill the Scout. And then Scout goes out, and the spears are like, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. Fucking hell, let's go. I can get on it. But they also have a TC to be worried about. And heck, the Scurvies. And gonna just deny gold access. I think maybe worried about the potential for the scout rush to hit at home. So maybe if we drop a forward barracks now, we don't really have the wood. And I mean, I don't want to say this game's over, but Back in Black is just trapped. Man, getting the spears in here. They've got so much value. We are adding a skirm. Yep, has to delete, and there's another spear though. Like, the scouts have lost 1, 2. Oh, the low HP ones dived on it. And then the spear from the berries has gone to the other berries, and now they've just realized, oh, we can run out, so this is fine. So good activity by Back in Black with the scouts. Good work adding the skirm. Just losing army. It's 5 kills to 1 now. And more skirms are in play. And we have seen fletching, so there is an advantage to the Celt skirms. Now, Lithuanian skirms, a bit faster. Lithuanian spears, a bit faster. The Celt spears are obviously faster as well as Gaia gets in on the action. This Komodo dragon. The Komodo dragon got a kill. Fuck, we need to watch that. Who'd the Komodo dragon kill? It's already got a kill. What's going on here? Oh, no! Alright, hang on. Jesus. Okay. Just chilling. Doing its thing. And the Komodo dragon saw the Vil first. Oh, disaster. And the Komodo dragon gets one kill there, and then the speedy Celt spear just runs away. That's great. I love that. Gaia for the win. And we go back to the trash over here. Yeah, scouts. I think scouts are too easy to defend from, is my take. So denying of these resources is super important. And unfortunately, rest in peace, Komodo dragon. And you can just see that Back in Black, whilst we've got secure eco, we're kind of forever feudal. We've got everything on wood, nothing on food. And we're just taking a lot of pressure. The spears, man, they have no chill. They just keep diving. And we're going to pick a weak Vil under the TC. Please don't tell me this happens. Please don't tell me this happens. Scouts, I think if you commit to 4 scouts and then we left the Vil in pace, that's fine. 4 scouts and then, like, I think skirms or archers, depending on the situation, but most likely skirms. So we see starting to just get into the trash war a little bit, adding their own trash, but it's 2 eco deaths to none, and the good quick walling there. Yeah, I mean, oh gee, we're long distancing our gold here, but we're going to drop that. Well done. I think that if you know you're up against scouts, it's spears and small walls just really protect you quite a lot. And the Vil does go down. And look at the farm. Auto farm, the savior. Pulls me out of a lot of issues, so I'm not mocking it. I love it. But man, can you imagine just going in and laming? Oh, do it. Oh, he's hit the wrong one. And it's exactly, he's diving. Oh man, that's 120, 180, 200, 240. 300? 300? Oh! 240! Redflag is a menace. Back in Black still got 600 wood in the bank though, so it's not that big an issue. But Redflag is a menace, and I love it. And market. The right decision. Back in Black's eco is fine now. There's a market. Now, Redflag slowing on the production a little bit. Focusing a little bit at home. So let's see what we've got. We've got the wood upgrade. We've got... What, how many farms have we got? One's got double clicked. We've got 17 farms. We've got gold miners. Gold diggers, I should say. And we should click up pretty quickly. If this spear can take this scout, no, it's dead. And fletching in for Back in Black. Now, Back in Black just has bought the gold. Has got fletching, and just now needs to macro their way up. We need to drop more farms. We're on 14, we need more. That's all it is. Game's been quite fast paced, and I think we're just going to get a bit of a dip as Redflag clicks up. And what is the Celt transition going to be? Now, the forward Vil is still alive. Luckily, there's no Komodo dragon here, but this is really good for Back in Black. Is going to spot the Vil. Oh, they're looking for buildings and they weren't watching and they missed the Vil. Oh, that's a shame. And sending the skirms forward. I do like this. Good. Need to get some counterbalances. I think it is going to be a forward siege workshop, and we're walled in. But it's going to be knights in siege, maybe. Siege workshop monks. Is it going to be Celt 8 TC? So we see the small walls, which aren't going to be too useful against skirms. And Back in Black just taking a breath. There's been a lot of pressure. This is very annoying. Are we going to go? Yeah, we're just going to go somewhere else. Let the skirms deal with this. But you also have to kind of know that if you've been sitting taking pressure, that sound is coming. If you haven't seen anything for a little while, a tech switch is coming, and it's going to be 3 knights, armor. There's no bloodlines to worry about. One less upgrade to get. Monastery. Got to heal the villa up, and then hopefully a siege workshop. So red flag. Red flag needs to force drop. We've got 100 food, and then we can unqueue and we can go up. Force drop now. Yeah, so red flag will be on their way up. There's going to be a timing window here. And we ended up going out to this gold, which is actually quite fortunate because we were originally going to this gold. And we're seeing a monk. I think monks are kind of unnecessary when your opponent's in feudal. I'd love to have seen a siege workshop, but the pressure's going to be on. Lack of like redemption, because if you could get a redemption monk, it's fine because you can just start converting and deleting buildings. Yeah, both players are disqualified, Salmon. I agree. It's kind of like the Celt player is like out Lithuanian, the Lithuanian player, gone full trash war and monks. And this is kind of going to be huge because if we're paying attention and we see, yeah, it's the siege workshop, and now we see that's where the gold is, and like 1 knight, 2 knights, that's kind of all cleaned up. Part of me was thinking we're not making it to, oh, there's a dead monk. Okay, now red flag just needs to get a bit more on wood. Oh, 17's fine. They've dropped a TC. Yeah, red flag looking in a good position here. Forward siege workshop. Needs that 160, and the knights coming over to clean up the gold. And back in black, 300 gold in the bank. Can make 5 knights. Can get forging. No bloodlines, no armor. And is about to lose access to gold. Has a market. Wood is okay. So we might be able to buy some res. Now, if we found our way to gold anywhere else, no, we're just buying it. And here comes the mangonel. And, oh man, the gold mining upgrade comes in as we've got 0 gold miners. Or apparently 2 gold miners. Where are they? Do we have sneaky gold miners somewhere? Or are they just villagers tasked? Yeah. Villager tasked to gold. So, 3 knights, 4 knights, and we're going to dive the siege workshop, and this is where the monk would have been really useful. And the Fort Ville's now dead. So, the push is stalling a little bit, but the Celt player on full cav. And the Lithuanian player is back on gold, but the Vills are just dead again. Ah, Salmon. You may not be known as Sneaky Salmon here. But Salmon is sneaky. You're Salmon the alpaca. Biscuits, for reference, Salmon has been known as Sneaky Salmon in the past. And is just an absolute champion. And yeah, I think Red Flag loaded into this game and was like, oh, okay, I'm Lithuanians the way they played it. Full trash, full knights, full monks. Just convert the Vills. You get 2 of them. Oh, well done. Sniping Vills really well. But they're healing each other. Oh, disaster. Oh. Do you have any juice? Juice it up. Vermin's upset that somebody else knows how to make multiple accounts or change names. And Back in Black calls the GG. And that was, look, it was a good hold and good defense, but Redflag on their home map comes in with a plan and kind of nails it pretty hard. I really liked that full trash rush. That aggressive trash rush. It was good. Trash rush. Not easy to say. Yeah. On enclosed. Now, I think enclosed, one of your players has picked enclosed biscuits, or you're in this group. Enclosed is in both divisions, or both splits of H. So, for enclosed, if you want my opinion, this is the most critical part. The longer you can deny this, you've already played on it. Oh, okay, I can't tell. Well, I won't give you advice then. Fuck that. Ignore West, he's dumb. Let's just watch the next game. I was about to pretend to know something. Well, maybe I can tell you and it means like I'm not actually spoiling anything, but nah. Anyone else who wants my supreme free advice has to rock up to chat when I'm casting. So we'll go to game 2. You'll figure it out for the knockouts, yeah. That's it, that's it. No spoilers. Okay, now, Painted Desert. What in the actual hell is this map? And Back in Black, changing from blue to red. Color change might help us out. And Redflag saying it's grey. They're a real cooker. Best color, confirmed. Now, Persians versus Khmer. So, the bans for this map was Magyars by Redflag and Hindustanis by Back in Black. And let's have a look. So it's 2 boars, standard deer, standard sheep, standard deer. We need a sheep under the TC pretty soon here, Redflag. We need a sheep under, thank you. Standard berries, standard gold. That's a 6-tile gold. 3 tiles, stone, 4-tile gold. Wood is standard and there's a bit of wood lines, and I guess this is like untown centerable terrain. Is that the idea? Like it's really hard to drop a town center. You might be able to get one in various spots. There's more deer patches. There's more gold. But there's no other gold on the outside. But there is stone on the outside. Okay. And oh, rip. This wolf can't do anything. All right. Sneaky D action was the first set, 7. 7's gameplay is way better than Sneaky D as well. You gotta ignore him sometimes. He's an absolute machine. Hey, Division F is what I'm in. I'm a Division F. I'm not doing very good, but I'm in Division F. Okay, so admin loss and admin win criteria for this map, since Salmon is in chat. F for the way I play the game is Titanic. So Khmer, admin loss if they make a barracks before a stable or a archery range. Admin loss if they go up to any age with the required buildings. Persians, Persians, admin loss for not douching. Admin loss for not douching. That's it. If they make a barracks, period. Look, I respect the barracks play if you're Khmer, but I think it's like a let's get on the front foot and then if we lose the initiative, then drop a barracks. I can respect it. If your enemy makes scouts, correct? Yeah. But I seriously think the best opening for Khmer, and I'm going to stand by this, is you open archers and just stay onto crossbow. Oh man, well, like, is that a throwback to a Black Forest game we were watching yesterday, Salmon? Because I 100% agree. Admin loss for getting commander in when you don't need to. Now, if we were doing the TC trick, that scout would be catching arrows right now, and Back in Black on their home map. Loses the scout to the TC, which is a bit of a disaster, but at least they're the one knowledgeable about what's going on. And realistically, I think, how does this game play out? Because it's quite open in the middle. And you need to expand into the middle, but you also need to expand out to the side. I think this is kind of, again, a full feudal map. As we see Loom coming in for both players. Back in Black looking to go for a 20 pop up, or 19 now that they've lost a scout. And it'll be 19 pop for Redflag. That Persian TC working a little bit faster gives that Vil advantage despite similar idle TC time. So pretty cool Persian bonus there. And racks for the Persians. And we're too heavy. No, we're too heavy on wood. We're making a barracks. It's happening. Those Vils need to be getting some juicy boar meat. And then we need to drop 2 staples. Come on, boar meat. Boar meat. Are we going to go forward again? Alright. Salmon. We redeem ourselves if we build the barracks and delete it, right? Right? Okay, so moving back to the Persian player. And I think it's going to be a scout opening for no players. The point of no return. The moment you started building it, so you knew it wasn't a hotkey issue. And wrap, stable. No return to tournaments. And stable. And small walls. You don't need a small wall if you come here. You got a house right there. Just go jump in a house. Jump in a house. And instant spear. But have we... No, we haven't found the opponent yet. We have confirmed stable. And what are we trying to build here? Nothing? And just sitting under the TC build fighting? Yeah. TCs. 2 kills. Look at him. Jesus Christ, that HP on the Persian TC. And the Persian Eco just pulling ahead nicely, but huddling slightly. Which villager gets made first? It's going to be the Persian one. They're going to overtake. They're going to overtake. Oh, yep. But overtook into no production. Rip. Oh, man. I'm like the most ADHD person in the world at the moment. I'm sorry. I want some action. Scout on scout. Spear on spear. What do we got? And now let's have a look. Persian player, Back in Black, good with their eco upgrades here. So they've got both Bidax and Horse Collar. So wood choppers chopping a little bit faster. And do they get an increased carry rate? Not yet. And farms have a little bit more food on them. So you don't have to reseed them as regularly. Red Flag being a bit of a cretin with the scout. Don't lose a second scout to the TC. And it's 2 scouts v 2 scouts. Now, I would have liked to have seen maybe a cheeky little spear from our Persian player. There's been, despite being Khmer, we have seen some nice defensive spear action. So we're long distancing a little bit of wood there. Man. Such a long way. And Scout's just trading HP, but not actually doing any killing. Yeah. I mean, you could just jump in and jump out of the house. And Red Flag playing this very differently to Enclosed. They were the aggressor in Enclosed, and they are forward and are putting pressure on. Oh, see cheeky little wolf action. Downward hill hit, downhill hit, downhill hit. You got it? Nah. Rip. Poor wolf. But walling up here, obviously you don't have to do that Enclosed. So maybe they do like a bit of wall and some serious macro. And the Khmer farms, man, they're just, whew, once they get going. As we see scout on scout, spear on building, scout on building. And just more like a building wall, front wall from our Persian player. Oh man, you just look at that and you're just like, oh, it's so delicious. Don't dive the TC. Yep. Just been a little bit annoying. Good from Back in Black to not respond. And spears are in. Now, we've been good at adding the spears now Back in Black, knowing that the scouts are coming forward. Losing a bit of HP there, not great, but okay. So Redflag doing a good job of keeping the eco ticking. I just want to see them get maybe a couple of eco upgrades. They can afford both of them. So Bidax at least. Like Bidax is kind of a must. I can accept not getting horse collar because I never get it. Just microing our army around a little bit here, which so eco suffering slightly. A big important statistic is this one here. So idle TC is important, but idle eco is really important. As you can see, the Persian players only got 1.9% idle eco, which means their villagers have been working more. Whereas 4.7%, and this comes in, look, it's Khmer, so res collected will be slight. No, see, the Persian player is ahead on resources collected, and that comes to that idle eco and those eco upgrades. So that's why these things are important, kids. As we see them now, both in for our Khmer player, but we just need to get these vills back working. We also do have that fast working Persian TC. So despite the idle time, we are ahead. Because it's just... Where's the ting ting? There it is. Grey is so hard to see. We're just going to ting ting this house. So don't you love it? How you like... You poke someone's concrete house with a like wooden stick with a pointy metal tip. Just like ding ding ding. And it catches fire. And then... This lass here is like, oh, I know. I'm just going to hammer the fire away. Just hammer the fucking fire down. Like, you know what stops fire? Hammers. Let's just start hammering it. Someone's throwing rocks at me and my building caught on fire? Don't worry. I'm going to hammer it back. Anyway. Just things I think about. See, the blacksmith and... Oh, that's getting building number 2 to go up. I guess his upgrades are important, but getting buildings to go up is Khmer. Bit sad. And scouts going down. And Redflag getting all the active pressure, which has been nice. They've been really forward. And... Oh, well... dragging the spears out, but... Your spears are kind of weak. You just see Back in Black hasn't really had much scouting information. It's been kind of full spear defense, but Back in Black is up, as is Redflag. And that wood line kind of disappeared, and this wood line's kind of disappearing. So, are we just going to see stables go... Yep, 2 stable Khmer. How many stable... And we're getting bloodlines. No bloodlines for the Khmer player yet, but here it is. Bloodlines, armor, excellent. Forging. Only appreciate that as long as armor is clicked in behind it. We need armor. Wow. The Khmer spears were an offensive move, not a defensive move. The TC kill. Oh, I kind of feel like that was intentional, something. But here we go. Armor, yep, cool. So Back in Black is going to have all their feudal upgrades just as Castle Age hits. And then now getting their scouting information. Finding all the holes in the walls, because there's always a hole. Even if you don't overchop, there's always a hole. And Persian players up, and what's their first move? 5 scouts. Boom. Select all stables, which is 2. Soon to be 3. And first move. Elephants. Oh. Very nice. 2 stables. Mark it. But remember, there's a hole. Just down here. Okay, so... No forging. versus forging. So at the moment, our Persian player is going to have the knight advantage, and they are getting TC up on a nice little snug wood line there. Now, gold is the challenge in this game. There is plenty of it on the map, but it is all in awkward positions. So it is going to be interesting, and there's not a whole heap of stone. And pikemen from the Khmer player. And it's going to be 1 TC, 2 stables versus 2 TC, 3 stables. So let's see how much pump we've got from our buildings. So at the moment, we've got about a 50% efficiency versus a 92% TC stable efficiency. And this could be an issue. Ah, there's knights. Oh, no. That's better. That's better. Oh, man. And jump into the house. That was definitely seek shelter. Okay, so like, whilst the house is the knights, this is where they're problematic. They're a curse, and they are... curse and, what's the other opposite of a curse? A charm? I don't know. But scouts are back to defend. Knights are back to defend. Got to get the villies out and going. Blessing. Blessing and a curse, I suppose. Let's go with that. As these Khmer Knights are going to be getting a little bit of damage. We've got a few eco kills. First eco kills of the game. So 6 vills is not something to be, you know, laughed at a little bit here. But what's our production like at home? We need to get the pikeman upgrade, actually. And, no, we're paying attention. That's good. It is a monk war, but we're focused on what's going on here. We've cleaned up. It's 26 army to 12. And the Persian players going to get their 3 stables working again. With a 34% efficiency, you probably only needed 1 stable. But the farms are starting to come up. We probably need to get up to about 30 farms. We've got maybe... not... probably slightly too much on gold. But if we're going 3 stables, probably the right amount of gold. Ever since Khmer Knights to the exposed gold. Well, this is going to be the issue with the map, right? Is gold is exposed. You've got this and you've got this. And there's this and I guess this is their other home gold. So the Khmer player in a probably better map position, but the Persian player's boom just taking off. They're now 20 vills ahead. Second armor coming in. I do like that. We have been prioritizing attack as the Persian player, and the 3rd TC coming down. Ting, 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 ting. And as someone called it, actually, I reckon this forward pikeman is doing all the work. Luckily, that gold's kind of almost done. So we can just evacuate to this TC and camels. I don't mind the camel play, but 2 aren't going to be great here. Just passing. And the forward spears, the Khmer spears are the heroes. But this Persian eco is no joke. And we're going to have to dive TCs. Everything is kind of safe right now. So the eco will be idled. And let's have a look at that idle eco stat. As the Khmer player is still slightly behind. So we clean up the camels. Yeah, we just don't have enough camels. And a forward barracks coming through. And we're still 1 TC play from our Khmer player here. And whilst the score looks good for our Persian player, army is critical. Army is super critical. And you need to have army numbers. So keeping these camels alive is very smart. You can just see Redflag doing a really good job of splitting up army. So we just need to get these stables pumping. A few more camels. Yep, very good. Good patience. Take your fights under the TC. Keep the TCs pumping. Keep the TCs working. Keep ungarrisoning vills. Because eventually, your eco will kick in. Neither player on stone. Second TC for the Khmer player now. And well done. Almost trapping the camel, the knights, and every pikeman that gets thrown to a TC TCs with a combined 11 kills. Pretty good. And are these still our starting, like our scouts from the beginning? I think so. So camel numbers adding up, but we are going to need something for the pike. And pike production seems to be the priority focus. As we see now, Redflag first to the Castle Age Eco techs, or both Castle Age Eco techs. No horse, although horse collar coming in pretty much straight behind for Back in Black. And yeah, Redflag happy to keep taking these fights, because every little spear hit is really important. But booming up quite nicely, actually. TC's working 77% efficient. Like, the TCs are working, and they are Persian TCs. Town Bell, whoops. Oh no, disaster. Oh no. 85 idle villagers. And we're back. Khmer Scorps could be pretty good. But it's going to be, here we go, monkeys. And getting the armor for the pikes, the armor for the knights is in. It's just going to double town center. We're douching the knights, and this could be a bit of a disaster. Where are the camels? They're out of position. Oof. And TC probably rightfully deleted. But a lot of Vil kills, and Back in Black doing Redflag doing a really good job of denying gold access. That's the biggest thing that Back in Black is struggling with. The eco is pumping, but they're just struggling with gold, and they're starting to get the eco rolling, but gold is going to be a long-term challenge on this map. Man, even just like a mango sitting here, just with a slight heal advantage, just popping shots. So we see Knight's been added back in by a Persian player to counter the spears, I believe, the pikey pikes. And this hero, 2 HP scout, denying access to a farm. So if you hit a farm, villagers can't farm on it if you're attacking it. So it's just idling this field. And the villager's just going, yeah, fuck it, take my farm. It's on fire. I was literally standing on fire. Look at him. He's like, my foot's getting hot. I don't want to be here. You take it. And at least it seems a little bit wet, so his foot gets a bit of respite. And he's just going to build a farm over here. Why not? And we're not done with this TC. No. We've been sent, literally been sent from the fire to the frying pan. Or the other way around. I don't know. But the pike's just going to shred, man. Even under the TC, they're just shredding. There's too many of them. Monks coming in. Army matters. 32 army. Predominantly knights at the moment. Got a couple of monkers. We've got the siege workshop. Look at him. He's just like, oh no, this is him. We're gonna follow him. Oh, getting poked. We're just gonna see what ends up happening to this villager. We see Knights raiding out here under TCs, Knights raiding out here under TCs. We've got 62 idle villagers. We're going to have hopefully something siege related out soon. There's still Knights under this TC. Jeez, there's so many Knights. And the eco numbers have switched. Back in Black has dropped to 61 villagers, all of them idled. And there's 59 Khmer villagers on a safe 2TC boom back at home. And he's going to go back to his farm. And he's healed up. All right, that was nice for him. He's healed up. He's going to start taking... Yep, so he's fine. His other friend's taking the damage for him. Oh, no. Yep, see? This guy's not going to die. If that scab couldn't kill him, nothing can. And there's the mangonel. And this has just been relentless pressure from Redflag. Just getting the numbers, the upgrades right, it's been really important. It's been an impressive boom from Back in Black. But the damage we just took on that raid then is going to be a bit too much. As we see, that there's Khmer farms just bottling along. Biscuits, I don't know about you, but like, I'd just be happy to be alive at the moment. And I reckon he makes it. I reckon he survives. Great unit comp here for Redflag, getting the monks, getting the knights, getting the pikes. I'm not clicking on anything other than this villager. I can't lose track of him. And the GG's called, but the villager survives. The villager survives. First time we've seen both these guys in action. Back in Black looking pretty good there. So Redflag looking pretty good there. Back in Black gave it a good red hot crack. Salmon brings a very valid point. No use of skirms in this game is a bit of a loss. It's not peak AOE, so, you know, can we be happy about it? Probably not. But well played, Redflag. Had a good strategy in game one. Came into maybe a bit more of an obscure map, but this painted desert does actually seem a little bit more standard than I thought it would be. I was hoping for something maybe a little bit wackier. Really good boom. So Back in Black, I think you're going to be worried if you give them time, because I think they can boom. That boom was very good. And I think if they get to sit back and boom, they could be quite dangerous. Redflag just didn't give them that opportunity. And, you know, these are the decisions you make in the games. As we see, 57 pikes. I'm just going to chew up that army there. Cool. So I'm just